The relationship between India and the United States has undergone a significant transformation in recent decades. From a past marked by estrangement, the two democracies have forged a strategic partnership of growing importance. At the heart of this evolving dynamic lies India's firm commitment to strategic autonomy. This principle, deeply rooted in India's history and worldview, guides its interactions on the global stage. It is crucial for understanding the trajectory of India-US relations. India's assertion of strategic autonomy signals its determination to chart its own course in international affairs. It refuses to be confined by rigid alliances or beholden to any single power. This independent outlook stems from India's experience as a newly independent nation navigating the complexities of the Cold War. It is further reinforced by the realities of a multipolar world order. This essay will delve into the concept of strategic autonomy and its implications for the India-US defense partnership. We will explore the historical context that shaped India's approach to foreign policy. We will also examine the contemporary geopolitical landscape and how it influences India's strategic calculus. Furthermore, we will analyze the benefits and challenges of strategic autonomy. This includes its impact on India's relations with other major powers like Russia. Finally, we will look ahead to the future trajectory of the India-US partnership. We will consider how strategic autonomy is likely to shape this vital bilateral relationship in the years to come. To comprehend India's unwavering commitment to strategic autonomy, one must delve into the annals of its post-independence history. The Cold War presented a world sharply divided between two ideological blocs. India, under the leadership of Jawaharlal Nehru, chose a different path. It adopted the principle of non-alignment, refusing to be drawn into the superpower rivalry. This policy allowed India to safeguard its newfound sovereignty. It also allowed India to pursue its own national interests without being tethered to the dictates of either bloc. Non-alignment was not about neutrality or isolationism. It was a proactive strategy designed to engage with all nations while retaining the freedom to judge each issue on its merits. This approach allowed India to cultivate relationships with both the United States and the Soviet Union, even as it maintained its independence. The legacy of non-alignment continues to resonate in India's foreign policy today. Strategic autonomy represents an evolution of this principle. It reflects the changing global landscape and India's growing stature on the world stage. The end of the Cold War brought about a significant shift in the international order. The bipolar world gave way to a more fluid and multipolar system. This transition presented both opportunities and challenges for India. On the one hand, it opened up space for India to engage more actively with a wider range of partners. On the other hand, it required India to navigate a more complex and uncertain geopolitical environment. India's embrace of strategic autonomy in this new era underscores its determination to adapt to these changing realities. It seeks to leverage its growing economic and military might. It aims to secure its interests and play a more proactive role in shaping the global order. The 21st century is characterized by a diffusion of power. Multiple actors, both state and non-state, are vying for influence. This multipolarity has profound implications for India's strategic calculus. Traditional alliances are giving way to more flexible partnerships. Strategic autonomy allows India to engage with different countries based on shared interests. This is done without being locked into rigid commitments. India's neighborhood presents a unique set of challenges. The rise of China, in particular, has altered the regional balance of power. It has also introduced an element of uncertainty into India's security environment. China's growing assertiveness in the Indo-Pacific region has further complicated matters. In this context, strategic autonomy allows India to strengthen its defense capabilities. It also allows India to forge partnerships with like-minded countries to counterbalance potential threats. The United States, with its global reach and military might, remains a crucial player in the Indo-Pacific. India recognizes the value of a strong partnership with the US in navigating this complex geopolitical landscape. However, India is also wary of being seen as aligning too closely with any one power. This could jeopardize its strategic autonomy and limit its options. The ongoing war in Ukraine has brought the concept of strategic autonomy into sharp focus. India has faced criticism from some quarters for its refusal to condemn Russia's actions. However, India's stance is rooted in its long-standing relationship with Moscow. It is also rooted in its commitment to strategic autonomy. India has consistently maintained that dialogue and diplomacy are the only way to resolve the conflict. It has refrained from taking sides or imposing sanctions on Russia. This approach reflects India's broader foreign policy outlook. It emphasizes strategic autonomy and non-interference in the internal affairs of other nations. India reserves the right to make its own judgments based on its national interests. It refuses to be swayed by external pressure or dictated to by any other country. This independent stance has allowed India to maintain its credibility as a voice of moderation and reason on the global stage. It has also allowed India to play a constructive role in mediating between different parties.